You're highly welcome to Future Setters Institute Youth Development Show. This is one of the most exciting episodes of our youth development show, where we brought great minds, people with so much experience in what they do, to share their story, to tell us how they've been able to handle some challenging situations, how they are able to mentor others, and how mentorship has helped them to become who they truly are. So every young person needs mentorship. We may run away from mentorship. We feel, oh, we are good the way we are. We are fine. We are all right. But actually, there is always a lack in our lives. And we need someone that can bring us out of those shells. We need someone that can make us speak differently. We need someone that can make us work differently. We need someone that can motivate us when our energy is low. That is why mentorship is very much important. Not just all about mentorship, also talk about accountability. Who is that person that can call you, that can tell you that, oh, this thing you are doing is not good enough. Do it this way. This is the way we did it. This is the way you can try. This is the way you can do this. That is where mentorship comes in. How many of us feel that we need mentorship? If you feel you want mentorship, you can just wave your hand. Just wave your hand. I believe there is always one person that would always agree with me on this fact that mentorship is very much important for us to thrive as a young person. So the program today is centered on steps that we can use to build a healthy mentorship. Steps that we can use to build a healthy mentorship. And like we have a lot of steps, we observe that there are so many steps, there are so many things, and we decided to share it amongst ourselves. Share it. The first one is active listening tips in mentorship. How many of us listen even when others are speaking? How many of us feel we need to listen? That is another thing. Another one is time management. Time management is also a very good skill that we need to have. Another one is what mentorship entails. What is mentorship truly about? That is another thing that we all need to ask ourselves. So today, you are going to learn a lot. Stay with us while we discuss on this great topic. And if you have any question whatsoever, feel free to drop them in the chat box. So the topic is steps to build a healthy mentorship. Now you ask me, what is mentorship all about? You ask that question. To me, I feel mentorship is a journey. Mentorship is not a state, it is a process. Now, you go again. I said mentorship is a journey. You are saying, oh, I need this. I need this to grow. I need someone that can push me to be my best self. I know I am doing well. Yes, I am doing well. Agreed. I'm doing very well. I'm very great. I'm very this. I'm very that. But then I still need mentorship because I want to be the best in that thing. So yes, there are a lot of skills, there are a lot of things around, but we still need someone to put us out, bring us out. There's another thing that happens when we actually learn something. We learn something, but we still need someone that can still give us opportunity. And those persons are rare. I'm sure you know that those persons are rare. So we need mentorship in every situation to build ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. So you are guiding the person from experience. It's not just all about saying, oh, I'm a mentor to people. You can be mentoring someone, but does that person see you as his mentor? Or someone is mentoring you. You feel someone is your mentor. You are looking up to the person. You see the good things the person is doing. But does that person see you as his mentee? Because the reason why I ask this question is someone can be guiding you, somebody can be doing something, posting videos, doing all sorts of things. You are watching the person's lifestyle, you are seeing a lot of things the person is doing. But does that person know you, that you are his mentee? Does he care for you? Does he ask you questions? Does he give you feedback? Does he guide you to become the best person out there? These are things that we always need to look at. So mentorship can help us to become the best version of ourselves. So we all need to agree within ourselves that I need to be mentored. So for you watching this video, for you watching this training, say to yourself, I need to be mentored. I need to be mentored. Even as I am today, there are some trainings I attend and I will start shaking my head. Yes, I need this knowledge because everything I learn, I jot them down. I take note of it because it is always practical. It's always something that I can put into what I do. So mentorship is an agreement from both parties. Two of us are agreeing. Let's do this. I feel I need this. You already know it. You are already experienced in it. I decide to go and meet you to guide me on this thing. And not just an agreement, it is. It's not just focused on finance. Take note of this point. It's not just focused on finance. You are going to meet someone to guide you. You are not saying, oh, because of the money or because of this or that. But you are saying that, oh, this thing, I am going to sacrifice myself. I'm going to humble myself to accept what this person is giving me. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm going to listen and learn from this person because I feel that I need to be mentored. Because yes, I'm not perfect. I know I need to constantly learn. That is a very big fact. So mentorship helps us to learn and improve in our activities. So you ask yourself again, am I truly learning? Am I truly improving in my activities? Am I really doing well? Am I still in the place I was in 2024 or 2023? If I'm still in that same position I used to be in 2023, it means I need mentorship. I need someone that is already doing well in that thing to bring me out to do things better. You need to ask yourself, how can I do things better? And how can I improve in what I'm doing? So, for every mentee out there, for everyone that is watching this video and is beginning to see reasons why it needs to be mentored, you need to know these important points. Very valid points. I had to keep them for you because I feel they are very useful to you. You need to know about it and you need to improve in what you are doing. So the first point says a mentee should agree that he does not know it and he should be willing to learn. That is the first thing. You will see, I've had some trainings, a lot of trainings with young people. I've observed that some of them will say, I know this, I know that, I know everything. Then give them the opportunity to express themselves. They fail because they never subjected themselves to learning and accepting that they are not perfect. A lot of people feel, oh, I'm the best at this. Why should I? Why should I pay money to this person? This person is my level. This person is my friend. Why should I give him money? These are things that we always consider when it comes to mentorship. So we have to reason within ourselves that if I want to learn something, I should be able to subject myself to this person, that this person is the best for the job, and he would be the best person that can help me solve this problem. That is the first thing. Subject yourself and have an open mind. Have an open mind and listen, because when we feel we know it all, we don't really listen to people. We end up losing opportunities. So, as a mentee, be ready to say, oh, this thing I want to learn it. I paid for it. Maybe not paying. You decided to sacrifice your time, your effort towards this thing. You should subject yourself to learning. Open your mind up to learning. Don't feel that you know it all. The first point. A mentee should be willing to improve. A mentee should be willing to improve. By improving, I give it three points. Must be willing to learn, must be willing to unlearn, and must be willing to relearn. So that thing you should be willing to learn. Again, maybe the way the person is doing it is better than yours. Now go there, get the ideas that this person has and put it in yours to improve. And that's one thing I love about Tsoma. One thing I love about Tsoma. Tsoma is good. Hamza is good. Habibat is good. But then when I got to know them, I observed that they still notice that there is something that they can still add to what they are doing. Said, yes, let's try it out. Let's try it out. And they tried it out. That is one great thing about mentorship. Let's do this. Let's try it out. Let's know whether it's going to work for us. Let's not say we are perfect. That is one thing. So be willing to learn. Even the things you know that may be wrong, be willing to unlearn it and change it and try it out and see whether it would work for you. The next one is to be willing to relearn, to learn again, go again and try again and improve in what we are doing. Another thing about mentorship is a mentee should be curious. A mentee should be curious and should be interested in the value you are giving to him. You should be interested in the value you are giving to him. If you are in a situation where, as a mentee, you are not curious in what you are doing, you are not eager to learn something, it's like you are being forced to learn something, then it's wrong. It's totally wrong for you to be for you not to be curious about learning something. If you are being forced to do something, then there is already a problem. It's already bad. It's already there's already a cancellation there. So you should be eager. Oh, I noticed that my business needs the service of a graphic designer. I need to learn how to design. I need to learn how to do this. I need to learn how to do that. I'm curious. I wrote it down. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. Then I noticed there's someone doing this online, and this person, I feel like I'm paying money to just show me, or I feel like I need the person to guide me on how he does it. These are things that we need to do. But then there are some persons, I've been in that shoe before. I see they are doing something I want to learn. I reach out to them. They will leave your messages. They will never help you. They will never help you in any way. You reach out to them, please, how do you do this? They never tell you how it's done. It's only a few persons that actually love to mentor others. And if you see such people, hold them tight, because they value you sincerely. That is one thing about mentorship. Someone is saying, I want to sacrifice my time, I want to sacrifice my energy, I want to sacrifice my effort to you so that I can see you grow. That is mentorship. So we should try our possible best to be curious, be interested. Don't just go there and register for something you don't want. Register for something that you are curious about and you are eager to learn for it. Another thing is, mentorship needs a price. There is always going to be a price you will pay. There is always going to be a price you will pay to be a mentee. There is always going to be a price you pay to be a mentee. So take note of this very much important point. So you are not going to pay maybe by finance alone. Finance may just be secondary, but you are paying with your attention. Attention is a very great currency. Attention, your time, dedication, willingness to be a mentee. You are saying, I want to subject myself to improving. I want to subject myself to doing this particular thing. I want to subject myself that this thing is not enough for me. I want to go to the next level. That is one thing that mentorship does for you. You should be willing to pay the price. The price can be your dedication, can be your willingness, can be your passion, your zeal, something that makes you fired up that, yes, I want to improve. That is one thing. So when it comes to finance, finance can also be there. You understand? Finance can also be there. But one major key right now in this age is attention. Because you see, every young person now is going online, searching, doing all sorts of things, doing a lot, keeping themselves in irrelevant things they are supposed to be doing to improve themselves in their niche or their career. They are not really doing those things. They are going ahead with things that are irrelevant to what they are doing. So these are things that we also need to look into as young individuals. So as a young person, be willing to pay the price, be willing to sacrifice to improve in what you are doing. Now, I'm going to just state two more points before I wrap up my own aspects of mentorship, before I introduce our very great speakers who are also groomed. They are very much ready. I'm sure you are fired up already to give the audience what you have for them. So just anticipate, great audience. Stay with me while I just give you these valid points. Now, mentorship is commitment driven. Mentorship is commitment driven. So if you feel you are the type that doesn't want to be, you don't have the energy, you don't have the attention, you don't have to really for you to just withdraw. Don't go interested in, don't go into something you are not really interested in. You are okay. So don't go into something you are not really interested in, because mentorship is commitment driven. Mentorship is commitment driven. So don't go into something you are not interested in. You have to ensure you sacrifice your time, your energy, your effort, and don't waste someone else's time. Don't waste someone else's time. It can get to your turn one day. You become a mentor to people. They still do same to you. As a mentee, you should be ready to say, oh, I want to subject this 1 month to improvement. So this go before 3 o'clock. You should be before 3 o'clock for that class because someone has sacrificed his time for you. So
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Hello?
so, so mentorship is for a lifetime. Mentorship is not just for now. Mentorship is for so as a mentor to people, you should still feedback, ready to ask them, oh, how are you going so far? Hope everything is you. Hope you are improving. Hope they are coming out. These are things that we should always be ready to ask people as a mentor to people. And as a mentee, always try to check up on your mentor. When you check up on your mentor, he's ready to even give you more value because there are some persons that they give more priority than others. These are things that we also need to do as men and mentors in any place we find ourselves. So I did done with what I have for you all today. And I do hope that you all benefited from my aspect of this program. So I'm going to be inviting a very great woman, a woman filled with wisdom, a woman filled with ideas, a woman that is special, a woman with I don't know how I'm going to talk about it. She's also a very great businesswoman, a doctor, and so many others. So I'll be welcoming Dr. Habibat Ozemoka, and she is going to topic time management tips for mentors and mentees. Do well to stay with her while she shares her tips on this great topic. Don't worry, she's going to blow your mind. Stay with us, Dr. Habibat. So I'm going to be muting my mic right away. You can speak.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Mr. Victor. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to have you on this program. It's a great privilege to be one of the speakers. I really appreciate this. I am Dr. Mrs. Ozemoka Habibat, a PhD holder in animal and environmental biology, specialized in parasitology, the CEO of Sulamoga Global Company Limited, and a regional distributor of a natural product because we are a advocacy healthy living, the product known as Genchuk spices. I'm here to talk about time management, tips on time management. So what's time management? Time management can be defined as the act or process of controlling time utilized or spent in completing a particular task in order to maximize output or productivity, which is geared towards what? Achieving a set goal. From the definition, you would see that there are certain key points there. There is planning, there is time control, and there is a goal setting. So before you can carry out anything at all, you have to set your goal. What do I want to do? Ask yourself, what do you want to do first? Okay, I want to make ₦1 million sales within this month. Okay, fine. That's your goal. How do you want to do it? You plan out activities. You plan out steps. It can be weekly steps. You break it down into weekly activities, then you break it down into daily activities. Then, why do we engage in time management? What's the essence of time management? It helps you to save time. It helps you to be better organized. It helps you to reduce stress. It helps you to optimize your output and function optimally. Then it helps you to have control over your daily schedule. So, what are the strategies you can use, or what are the tips you can use to effectively manage your time? I gave it an acronym, TOP DF. T stands for to-do list. O for organize. P for prioritize. D for delegate. And F for focus. And the second P for proactive. Whatever goal you set, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, reliable, and it has to be what? Time bound. Then planning is setting actions into place. Planning is your roadmap. Putting things in place that will enable you achieve your goal. Then the strategies, like you have to have a to-do list. What do you do? This, let's take for daily to-do list. If you are to draw up your to-do list for the day, you should draw it up a night prior to the following day. Why? Because in your subconscious, sometimes I don't know if it happens to you, while I'm sleeping, it's as if what I have to do is in my sleep, is my subconscious mind is putting it to work. Some ideas come into you while you are asleep. I could remember when I was writing my PhD thesis, I always have a jotter and a pen by my bedside. Sometimes you just woke up and something comes to your mind, you quickly write it down. You should always have a jotter and a pen by your side. Jot something. Inspiration can come to you anytime, write it down. So just subconsciously, your subconscious
Sure.
mind set to work. And by the time you wake up, it enables you to it's like you have set to work already while at sleep. During the day, you easily accomplish your tasks. But this your to-do list that you've listed. You have to prioritize which is very urgent to you in order of urgency, in order of what importance. This will enable you to save time and energy, and so that you will not end up doing things that are irrelevant and you will not feel fulfilled or feel that you have accomplished something great, or you won't feel happy with yourself. So this it enables you to know what's very important to do, know the ones that you have to delegate to people to help you do, that are not so important that you delegate, and some that you even eliminate from your list. Then you have to organize them, organizing them in order of importance, delegating. Then focus. Try as much as possible to be focused on a particular task. And for each task, set a time frame. Within this stipulated time, focus on it and get it done with. I've discovered, I don't know if it happens to you, but studies have even shown that when you carry out a task, that you don't see it through to completion and you keep it, it's difficult for you to go back to it. And when you go back to it, it's like you're spending more time, up to like 500% amount of time that you would have ordinarily spent on it if you had focused on it strictly from onset to completion. Completion. So focus is very essential. So avoid all form of distractions. Your phones could be a distraction. Your television could be a distraction. Your environment could be a distraction. So work in a conducive environment and keep all devices away or things that will what keep you what distracted. Then be proactive. Or envisage, okay, be ready for unforeseen circumstances. Envisage that certain things are bound to happen, certain problems which you do not anticipate will come up. So what will you do? You just make room for those lapses and set your mind that okay, when something like this happen, I should be able to absorb the shock. I should be able to attend promptly to it, rather than letting it happen and you're already in a confused state and you let things go bad before you set to action. Then you organize, you prioritize, you focus, you learn to time is of the essence. It should not be wasted. Focus on your time. Don't have to waste your time. For every time wasted can never be regained. Use your put into to finish a task within a stipulated period to meet your goal. It's very essential to save your time, to save your energy, increase your productivity, and some of the strategies before anything can happen, you have to have a goal, which is smart, uh, specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and time bound. You have to have your tasks done. To-do list is there. Optimizing is there. Proactive is there. Prioritizing is there. Delegating is there, and focus. So set your to-do list, move do things that are most important or urgent, delegate those you have to do to in order to conserve your energy and save your time. Then set a time frame for whatever you have to do. Be focused and get it straight done, and you'll be good with yourself. Avoid every form of procrastination. Do the task that is most difficult first rather than the easy ones, so that you will not waste time and you will not be tired and get frustrated. I just hope you learn from my little tips and you get value for it. Thank you for listening.
You are greatly welcome, Dr. Habibat. This is not little. This is not little. This is so much, honestly, because
Thank you so much.
I also wrote down a lot of things. I learned a lot from your lecture and from what you gave to us. And it's so nice having a great woman like you with so much expertise in what you do, having you here in our program. Definitely, I still believe the audience are following and they are learning a lot. Feel free to engage in the comment section. If you have any question for our speakers for today, feel free to engage in the comment section. And she talked very well about time management. So you need to manage your time well. It's very much important. And also don't forget to reward yourself. Reward yourself for every task you achieved. You achieved a task today. Don't just let it slide. Appreciate yourself for it. If it's to get yourself a gift, if it's to do something unique, these are things that we should also try to do. So once more, it's so nice to have you, Habibat. We'll
Thank
be
you.
moving on to our very great speaker, for today. A man of, will I say, a man of energy, a man of passion, a man with a zeal to achieve much, a very great man. I'm going to be inviting Mr. Hamza Musa. Is going to be talking to us on what mentorship entails. What mentorship entails. So let's feel free. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to his wealth of experience. Welcome, Mr. Hamza Musa. So I'll be muting my mic right away.
Um, Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. Hello, Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure and it's a pleasure being here. Mentoring. Thank you for your kingdom of wisdom and all. It's an honor speaking on the subject of so much immense importance and value to. I would like to focus on the Nigerian context. We as Nigerians, we're encountering something economic landscape of morals, norms, and values due to the lack of mentoring. Mentoring is not just an option at this point for us. Necessity. You are mentored into what you have a passion for. You don't just get mentored into anything. You are mentored into something. You have a niche, you have a zeal, you have a purpose coming for that mentorship. Because mentorship in itself, it bridges a gap between knowledge and the application of that knowledge. Now, a lot of us are educated, but the application of that education in itself would not just come out just because you went through the four walls of a classroom. You need to know the technical know-how of how to apply that knowledge in the field you are specialized in. I want to be a pediatrist. I believe the audience know who a pediatrist is. He's a doctor in charge of babies, right? If I want to be a pediatrist, I don't go to a mechanic to be to be my mentor. The mechanic in his own field, and you have a professional in pediatrics. You ought to look for a practicing pediatric to be able to nurture your experience, your skill, and what it takes into being a pediatrist. Mentorship in a whole provides direction. It instills discipline. Now, for one to wake up and say, I need mentorship, you must be ready to make those sacrifices. My colleague, like Mr. Victor and Dr. Habiba, have already said. You need to make a sacrifice. That means you already have a to-do list of what you want to achieve. Making those steps takes you to the starting line of mentorship. And from there, you should be able to attain your full potential. But in order for you to have a successful mentorship, there are lots of things you need to look from different angles. My colleagues have given a lot of points. I think I would just need to add a little bit to what they have given. Number one, I would like to state clearly that you having a clear goal, if you have a clear goal, it should align with whoever is going to be your mentor. As a mentee, if your mentor is not in same is not inclined in same ideas with you, having same goals with you or career paths with you, it becomes a problem. You don't really achieve what you want at that point in time because the goal alignments are not there. But if from the onset you have a niche, you know who you want to tap from, because mentorship is all about tapping into that professional who is mentoring you into you being a professional. Or goal alignment is a paramount point that a lot of us Nigerians forget.
Hamza, are you there? Are you there? Okay, so while we wait for Hamza, it seems his network is breaking. Uh, it seems his network is breaking. So let's stay with us. We've talked about a very valuable point, like Hamza is talking about, which is a lot of challenges in Nigeria. There are a lot of issues. There are a lot of issues, not just in Nigeria, a lot of issues all over the world. That there are a lot of issues all over the world that we are having. And if we don't have someone that can
Hello?
guide us, yes, you are welcome. You are welcome, Hamza. So you can proceed.
Okay, I'm
Are you there?
sorry, I
All right.
guess the network took me off.
Sure, sure.
So I
No problem.
as I was
Sure, you
saying,
can. You can. You can. Go ahead.
being committed to all right, you being committed to attaining those goals in your to-do list, and you being consistent with your mentors, that would, hone your skills on a daily basis. You know what you learn, you put it down. Whatever idea comes in mind, you put it down. You ask questions from your mentees, from your mentors. Your mentors are already professionals in their fields. You don't just look up to someone who is not a professional in that field, whether it's in the informal or in the formal sector. Let me even come back to the informal sector. If a lot of Nigerians who are unemployed are in the informal sector and are thinking mentorship is not a necessity for them, they just need to go in there and no. The informal sector, just like the Igbos do, you pick a small boy, you keep in the shop, you know, you mentor him, you tutor him on these are market strategies in competing. These are the technical know-hows you need in keeping your financial books intact. This and you see that small boy at a very tender age grows with a different perception from his peers about business, about how to approach business, how to take risk and all that. So it is the consistency and commitment that that little boy kept with his boss that got him to that level. That is one very common style of mentorship in Nigeria, which the Igbos have institutionalized. Then also, point number three, I would also like to talk about would be knowledge transfer and skill development. When I talk about knowledge transfer and skill development, I believe we are all seeing mentorship in this statement. When a mentor has a mentee and is willing to act as a mentor, he's transferring knowledge to you on a daily basis. Back then, when I finished from the university, I met somebody when I was in Abuja. I like to give a story in between my speech because I feel it gives us the real life scenario of what we need, some of us don't have. So I met this person and he gave me a job. But the job was not a paid job. but I was willing to go there on a daily basis. Why? Because I saw attributes in that person that I could learn. I didn't know anything about administrative skills, proposal writing, reporting, and a lot of things. And he was putting me through thoroughly. He was giving me that armpit time to correct me, go type a letter. He corrects the punctuation lines, corrects the alphabetical arrangements and everything. He shows me how to formalize everything. I didn't get paid for months, but I know I learned a whole lot in that time. So having a mentor who is ready to transfer that knowledge, that skill that he has is paramount. It is very paramount because those are that is going to develop your skill, whatever line or career line you are in, whether medicine, whether banking and finance, whether marketing, whatsoever. That's you coming back from step one, step two, and three, meeting up with your mentor on a consistent timing. All this helps you build skill, and that knowledge is transferred from your mentor to you. I would also talk about number four, a point Mr. Victor and Dr. Habibat already talked about, which is more about feedbacks, feedbacks and evaluation. You getting feedbacks from your mentor, it's more like giving you kudos even if nobody gave you kudos, and giving you fault where nobody sees or gives you fault, because he is already in line, already knows where you would come wrong or come short, and you coming to tell him, oh, I did this, I did that, and he is meant to evaluate the process you took in doing those things and correcting you. Practice makes perfection. And when you get an evaluator beside you, which is your mentor, then the sky is your limit. So the consistent meetups, the commitment you show, the clear goal alignment, all of this gives you a step by step, you know, um, a step by step achievement, I would say, since you're going by your to do list. And a lot of us confuse our mentors to be the all in all. My pastor is not my mentor, or my malam is not my mentor. He's my mentor spiritually, religiously. But when it comes to the career line, that is why I stated my first point as clear goal alignment. My malam is trying to connect me spiritually with my maker. That is a different mentorship I want from my career mentorship. So you really need to know your malam would not be the one to guide you or mentor you career wise, or your pastor will not be the one to mentor you career wise. So you have to be able to know, this is what I want. That is why I stated from the beginning, as a mentee, when you are ready to come up for a mentorship program, it means you've made up your mind to make those sacrifices. You've made up your mind to commit. You've made up your mind that, oh, I see in this mentor the ability to transfer knowledge. It's not just knowledge, he transfers empathy, he transfers skills, he transfers critical thinking to you. These are not just things you get from the four walls of a classroom. You need a professional, you know, someone who has been in the system before you and already succeeded. He doesn't need to succeed 100%, but him getting some level of success makes him a step ahead of you and you could learn. So your ability to bend down and say, oh yes, I'm a novice and I'm ready to learn, is what the mentor mentee relationship is all about. At this point, I hope our audience are able to pick out all these points that I've listed and my colleagues have also listed to help them in their future mentorship programs. Mentoring is a necessity in our society today. It is our deploring society can be saved. We talk about youth empowerment and national development. It all comes through a structural mentorship program. When the youths from day one get a very good mentorship program, it positions them career wise. Nationally, that is national development, human resource empowerment, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much for the opportunity given once again. It's a
You are
pleasure.
you are greatly welcome, Mr. Hamza Musa. It's so great to hear from you today. And I must say, I've been blessed by what you said. You listed out a lot of valuable points. Where will I start from? Should I start from the top or should I start from the bottom? I don't just know where to start from. But anyway, let me start from the top where you talked about feedback. Feedback. So don't just groom someone or something. You see, a lot of trainings I've seen so far, they teach you how to do it. They show you how it's done. But they never tell you, they never come back and guide you on how to. You pay so much money to learn something. But at the end of the day, after learning it, you never have the opportunity to put it into practice. That is where most trainings, that's where we are mostly stuck in most trainings. We just learn and we dump it. Even in universities as well too, because I still see university segment or education as still a form of mentorship because we are accepting to learn from a body and all that. So we learn, but it's only a few persons that are able to practice what they learned. So they decided to dump those things they learned. So one thing that we all need, not just all about mentoring someone, showing the person how to do it. Let the person do it and fail. Let the person do it and fail. Then when you see as a mentor, you see the person doing it and failing, then you will smile. You say yes. Then you know that that person is the true person. I actually smile a lot when I see that. I see the person. Oh wow, wow, wow! Because the person is trying. The person is trying. But when the person just learns this thing, it's so hard. It's so difficult. You decided to learn something for God's is that you sacrificed your energy to learn this thing. That means you feel it's useful to you, so you should not dump it. So as a mentor, you should go back to ask the person, how is it going? Hope you are trying it out. Not just how is it going, hope you are trying it out. How about we work together? We guide you. Let's do it together on your own platform. Let's do it together on your own platform. Let's see if it really gives you the results we want to see you. So this is very nice. And you talked so much about a lot of things, making your goals clear. Very valuable point. Know what you want. And when you know what you want, meet those that can give you what you want. Don't just meet random people. Go for those, go for the best in that particular thing to guide you on how you can come out of that problem. And another thing I've observed so far, I will just say this short story, just like Hamza said, he loves talking about stories. I will still use this story, a story that, you see, some persons want to get a phone. Right now, they know the phone is the major problem they are having, that if they don't get this phone, they cannot improve. Then they know they have the money to get the phone. They have enough money to get the phone. And they are like, no, let me just go there and get a cheaper phone I can manage. The person just gives you a cheaper phone. Take. You accept the cheaper phone. Then you now start complaining. The next week, the phone starts developing a fault. You now begin to complain. Oh, 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 oh. That is one thing that occurs when we go for the weaker or the cheapest product. We go for the cheapest person. Go for the person that's in where you want to be and it can show you how it's done. That is one thing that I feel every young person needs to know about. ensure that you don't just do things out of pity. You do things because you know this thing is very much important to you. And another thing is, a person talked about this story. I heard about it, I think 2 days ago. He said a man in a car is driving around and he sees a beggar. And he sees the beggar. He wants to give the beggar money. He checks his pockets. Then he sees 1,000. He will pass 1,000. He will pass 500. He will pass 200. He will pass 100. He will pass 50. Maybe he now goes and take 20 and give to the beggar. You know what that means? He gave the beggar the least money because he feels that beggar does not really have anything valuable that he has to offer to him. So you out there, I want you to go for the best. Go for the best and give out the best as a mentor. Give out the best as a mentee. Show that you need the best, and always dedicate your time, your effort, and your energy to learning. That is one thing that I so much love about what Hamza talked about, and also Habibat as well too. So today we have one last speaker for us today, in the person of Tsoma Jerry, a very great man. If I start listing out the things he has done, the programs he does online, he talks about different things, about leadership, about personal development. He's a very great man, and surely you are going to be learning a lot from him today. Tsoma Jerry, I don't know if you are there. Are you there? You can unmute your mic. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yes, I'm with
Okay.
you, sir.
Tsoma Jerry. All right. Awesome. Tsoma Jerry, you are welcome. We'd love to hear from you. Let's be blown away by your wealth of experience. Feel free to connect with us. Welcome. So I'm muting my mic right away.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I hope you can hear me well.
We can.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we can hear you
Good afternoon.
clearly.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for this opportunity. Thank you, Sir Hamzat, for that session, and Dr. Habibat. It was an impactful session. Okay, so briefly, without any waste of time, I would like to speak on tips on active listening. And we all know that on a daily basis, or our everyday life consists of communication. We engage in communication every day. We interact with people, and the skill of active listening is very, very important if we must be efficient or productive in our day-to-day life. Now, in effective communication, um we can say a communication is effective when the message that is passed across is well understood and then is acted upon. So active listening is one skill that we all need, and though sometimes we falter in it, because most times when, okay, I would like to start with this question. I believe that we've observed, or we might have had conversations where you were speaking to a person and then you could tell that this person was absent-minded just by the person's action or by the person's response to you. So in active listening, the first thing that you must put in place is that you must
Hello, Mr. Soma. Are you there? Mr. Hamza, are you there? Can you hear me?
Which is
Oh, okay, okay. Seems he has a network challenge, but
no, I'm here
there's no
with you.
problem. Okay, he has. I think Soma has a network challenge.
It seems
Abibat, are
Yes,
you
Soma
there?
has
Soma
a
has a network challenge, I
yes,
think.
I am. It seems
Yeah,
Soma has a network challenge at the moment.
that's true. That's
Yes,
true.
yes,
All right.
yes.
There's no problem with that. So I would love to ask some questions while we expect Soma, while we
Yeah, it's
expect
okay.
Soma. Okay.
All
So
right.
for Abibat, I would love to know. I think both of you can respond to the questions. So the question is directed to both of you.
Okay.
So awesome. So how can a person build focus? How can a person build focus in his niche? How can a person build focus in his business? Can just share some response to this question. Let's see. In a distracted place,
Okay.
see a lot of distractions from friends, a lot of distractions from phones, a lot of distractions from alcohol and so many things. How can a person build focus?
Okay. Um.
Uh,
Okay.
I think
Answer.
I should allow the lady of the house go first.
Sure.
Okay, Hamza, thank you so much. I'm so honored and privileged to be given that
It's a pleasure, ma.
attention. First of all, for you to be focused, it has to do with you, your personality as an individual. It has to do with your self motivation, and it has to do with your self discipline. Without discipline, you can't really build that focus. Okay, first of all, now the environment is distracting from what you've said. Okay,
Yes.
do not try to create one for yourself. I give myself, I tell you a story now, though it's not in the business setting. I got married in my 300, in my 200 level, at the end of 200 level. I I had my baby in 300 level. There was strike, and during the strike, I had the baby. So now I'm not like every other. So Soma is back. I'm not like every other student. Immediately we finish classes, while others are busy, um, they are busy jumping around and making noise. I'll go to very close to the window. I'll block my ears with soundproof and I'll be reading my book. So in that way, in such an environment, you can tend to go do away with the noise, build up, make concentrate on that which will enhance your business. If you are to be reaching out to people online in that moment, concentrate on that and be doing that. Be self-disciplined enough not to be involved in the activities they are doing, not to be involved in their alcoholism, and concentrate, be focused on that one task I tend to do. I want to do follow up on my audience at the moment. I do that follow up. I want to put up posts. I want to educate my audience. I do that. So get devices that can help you. You have so many devices out there nowadays, and then the self-discipline very essential and focus on what you want to do at that point in time and giving yourself time frame within that stipulated time. I hope this helps. Thank you.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Abibat. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Um, Hamza, I know you have something to say about this as well too.
I think I have a lot to say about this, but I don't know. You want me to speak now before Soma
Yes,
talks?
you can speak
Okay.
now. You can
Okay.
speak now. Then Soma will come in.
Okay.
Soma, I believe
Okay.
you are here with us now. Soma, I believe you are here with us now.
No, he's not. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Move on. You can speak.
All right. Um, Doctor, I really appreciate as a woman your story. We know we know the value of women in the society, and in order to for societies to thrive, gender-based violence has to be eradicated. Gender equality has to be effected. That is why I said the lady in the house should go first. About being focused, Hajia, you are very correct. You see, a lot of youths are not focused today because of negligence of your background, negligence of your own personal strengths. A lot of people do not know they have a star. Everybody has a star in him. When it comes to alcoholism and the other ones, I'd like to talk about it on a different level. But being focused, you actually derailed from your total, your entirety itself. For you to not be focused is your own personal failure, and for you to be focused is your own personal doing. There is nobody who can do that for you. I, as a therapist, can only advise you, oh, I can see you lack in this and that. You need to be focused in this direction, but I cannot instill it or embed it in you. So it's a personal conviction that you have to come up with and say, yes, I want to achieve these goals. In order for me to achieve these goals, I have to be focused. When everybody is out here partying and all, I want to stay away from that environment. Find somewhere different, go read your books, go practice your skill or something. A lot of people now would define focus as being, oh, I can be pressing my phone and I'm focused. It's not possible. It's not possible. No matter how you write on your CV, I can multitask, I can this. You are not God. Only God can multitask on every level. But for a human being, at some point, you get to mix up things. So in order for you to be focused, I would say there's modern day technologies on your phone. Draft a schedule on your calendar. If it's a reading schedule, if it's a partying schedule, you can't party for 24 hours. You have 12 hours to sleep, you have 12 hours being active. You can make 7 hours or 5 hours out of your active hours for reading and have 2 hours to go party or whatever. That is your own personal conviction. But I would say, for one, there is nothing you can do. You can only guide one to get, for a youth to get focused, but him being focused is a personal conviction. Him being great is a personal conviction. I went to school. My dad was more like, he's an educationist, but he didn't go through school. Eh, do you I don't know if the whole crowd understands this.
Yeah, I do.
My dad is a secondary school He's a secondary school student, but till date he's 70 something, and when he speaks English, I bet you think he's a professor, but he never went through school.
Wow,
The
that's
self-taught
great.
himself.
And
Self-taught.
yeah, so it's a personal conviction that he didn't want to end up like his peers. He wanted to make a better use of his time, his youthful time. So he went into different aspects, even though he didn't have the certification, and he later came back to get those
Wow.
certifications. So now what I pitch to most unemployed youths is, I would say, I don't know if doctor would resonate with me on this. Education is paramount, but education is not for all.
That's true.
It is not for
Very well.
all. Why? I would say because some people don't need education to excel, because they are already smart, they are already in the system. So going out there for a 4-year course is at the detriment of them. If he had gone for a certificate course, it would have been different. 54% of the most educated Americans are Black Americans, are Africans, and the remaining 46% are in the informal sector of the American economy without certifications, but they earn £15, $10 per hour. Does that mean they are not educated? You are educated in a field. You don't need to go through the four walls of a classroom to become a carpenter. But in the advanced world, you need a certified carpenter to work for you. There are online courses to go for carpentry works and all that. So a youth telling you he's not focused means he is still not ready to attain his full potential. When hungry don't
It's
beat
a
him,
real answer.
sorry, the Nigerian
No problem.
context, when he gets hungry, he will wake up and know where he is skilled at, and try to find a mentor or a coach that will coach him into his career path. But I don't think there's any magic wand you want to use on anybody to get him focused. Mr. Victor, I can keep
That's
talking
true.
from now till
I
next
understand.
week,
I
but I
understand.
believe both of us know that we went through the toughest times getting educated. I
That's
believe
true.
this generation, this Gen Z generation of universities are not thorough like we were taught. I remember my dad would sit down and listen to Cyril Stober. Cyril Stober will read 9 o'clock news. I will sit down by 10 o'clock in the night and read that same news to my dad.
Hmm.
That was how my
Interesting.
dad mentored me. You understand? So a lot of Nigerians today, I'm very glad. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for coming up with this topic on mentorship, because from the home, they say charity begins at home. A lot of kids are not mentored at home. So
That's true.
when you come out to the outer society, they cannot perform. They are already disadvantaged. Then you want me to mentor that same child to success. I can do my best, but he has to get focused. He has to get um, a tap from, he has to get a tap on the back from home or something. Because focusing entails a lot. You could get to focus well with me and you go back home and you are distracted and you're not able to do anything for yourself. So it's a personal conviction, I must say. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Mr. Victor.
You are greatly welcome. You are once more. I want to appreciate Dr. Habibat. I want to appreciate Musa, and I also want to appreciate Tsoma Jerry. But I think has really affected him a lot, and is unable to deliver. I don't know if. Okay, let me add him again and see if we can give it one more trial. Soma, let's try again one more time. I hope we are
Okay,
able
sir.
to. All right, all
Can
right.
you,
So we can hear you.
I'm very sorry about the network. So I know our time is fast spent, but in just few minutes, I'll try to round up all I have to say. Okay,
No
so
problem.
I was saying something about active listening.
Oh, network.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes. Um, I think in summary of everything I want to say about active listening, it first of all has to do with mental preparation. Now, when I speak about mental preparation, most times the challenge mentees have is that when they are coming for mentorship, they're already coming with a fixed mindset or the mindset of holding on to what they knew. That's why when you mention about learning, unlearning, and relearning is very important, because if you're coming for mentorship, you must be willing to let go of the things you knew before. So one thing that happens in active listening is that when you're, let's say you're sitting with your mentor and he's speaking to you, first of all, in the mental preparation, you must let go of any thoughts that is playing within your head, because most times people can be sitting, you'll be conversing with them, but actually they are absent minded, they are flooded with thoughts. So when in an effective conversation or communication, you must first of all pay attention to the speaker, and I made mention of one tip, that is making eye contact. Then two, do not think of responses when conversation is going on, because as you are thinking, you're actually no longer paying attention, because you may likely miss out on what the person was saying before. So you must keep away your thoughts of what you will respond, or like don't think of your responses yet. Just pay attention to what the speaker is saying. And then secondly, in building active listening skill, you must let your speaker finish his speech. So when you're conversing with a person, don't be quick to interrupt. Don't try to cut the person off. Wait till he's done. And that point, in the summary of that point, is that let your speaker keep speaking until they run out of words. That is, let them be done with what they have to say before you can speak. And I already said, do not interrupt with your own suggestions until the person is done. And another thing is that in building an active listening skill, you must be willing to learn. Yeah. Because once the willingness is not there, I tell you the truth, you'll be easily distracted. Yes. So if you want to learn, that is where you have to put in the effort, and putting in the effort requires you sitting down to listen to a person. Just as Mr. Victor was saying, it takes a lot for you to spend your time and then attention to listen to a person. Just as money is currency, time is also currency. You spend time. So for you to be seated to listen, you're actually investing or spending a currency of time. And then secondly, if you must build an active listening skill, you must learn to ask open-ended question. When I say active open-ended question, it means that learn to ask questions that keep the conversation going. So let's say you're sitting under mentorship on how to build yourself, or like self-development, and then you want to know how you can build your mindset in the area of financial management. So in asking open-ended question, you don't just say, how much do I start saving? You know, that question may just say, the person can just straightforward answer, okay, start with your available income. But in an
Okay, seems the network came up again. Seems the network came up again. Um, okay, there's no problem. There's no problem. We hope he joins shortly. We hope he joins shortly. Hamza, it seems he has network issue again, right? It seems he has network issue again. So, while we wait for him, I don't know. Soma, are you still there? Are you still there? Soma, are you there? Can you hear me? Soma, are you there? Okay, network issue again. So before he joins, I would love us to just share our experiences. How was the mentorship program? How was the program we had together? You just share your experiences. Then when Soma joins, he will also share his experience. Then we'll wrap up our program for today. So how was the experience with how was the learning experience? Hope it was impactful, and also to the audience. What do you think? Do you suggest they attend? Do you suggest they participate? Just share that with us, then we'll wrap up. So I think we should start with the lady, like Abibat, like Hamza said. Let's start with the lady, Dr. Abibat. All right, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Victor, I'm here. Thank you so
Okay.
much. So great coming, crossing, apart crossing. I that training we had, if I must confess, considering the value gotten, it was very cheap. Value gotten wasn't commensurate with what I paid. It seems it was just a giveaway. That's how I see it personally. I'm talking for myself. I learned a lot, though I've not perfected, just like I mentioned to you some time ago, how to stream on multiple platforms at the same time, how to create podcasts, web podcasts, and all that. A whole lot was taught that I need to really sit down and be practicing gradually and get to utilize them very well. At the moment, I've not yet put them into practice, but I was very glad I had that exposure already. My mind is broadened and I will need to be practicalizing them one after the other. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. You are greatly welcome, Dr. Habibat. So nice to have you here. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see you. I think this first time I'm seeing you, via face, communication. I think second time or so, second time. Okay, so
Okay.
love to hear from Hamza Musa. Hamza Musa. All right. Are you there? Mr. Hamza Musa, are you there? Okay, it seems your mic is not working. It seems your mic is not working. It seems your mic. Can you hear me?
My mic
Yes, it's
is.
working.
I
It's
can
working.
hear you loud
It's
and
working now.
clear.
Yes.
Mhm. I learned a whole lot. They say there's no limit to knowledge, and there's no little knowledge. When someone impacts on your life, or gets to, how will I say, when you get to learn something from someone, it's more like him impacting on your life. So he's marked a trade on you, like it's like a trademark on you. I am forever a student of yours, and I will tell you, as a mentor and a teacher to me, that you impacted a lot in a short while. Even though the doctor says it's not commensurate to the pay, but they say
Yes.
teachers get rewarded
In
in
heaven,
heaven.
for sure.
So I'd say yours is in heaven also. But before we get to heaven, I believe we should find ways of, it's our social responsibility as students to make sure our teachers also get to benefit from our
Sure.
successes. So it's a pleasure, like it's a pleasure to have been a part of this last cohort, and I really, really would recommend a whole bunch of people. By God's grace, I am ready to spread the news around. We have a new mentor in town.
A new sheriff.
I believe we would all get to learn a lot
Thumbs
from
up
you.
to our new mentor.
So
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
yeah, thumbs up to our new
Thank you
mentor.
so much. Thank you so much.
I really learned a lot, I would
Yeah,
say.
greatly welcome.
I have always been.
We are listening. We are listening. We are listening.
Should
Yes, you
I?
are. You are free.
I've always been. I've always been an outspoken person. I believe I have a lot of extroversy than introversy in me. So I would like to encourage a lot of people who would want to come to you. You need to know who you are before you come into the mentorship space, because you being trained in mentorship makes you an eligible mentor to others, and the society in itself will still look up to you, because there will tend to be kind of differences between you and your peers after exiting such a program also. So a lot of youths who should be coming to you should know what their niche is. They should know where their strengths and weaknesses are, where they need to develop more, and what. I believe I converse, you giving me that room to directly conversate with you gives me that openness to be like, okay, I can pitch anything to you and I expect correction or I expect more from you. And that was what I was getting from you. So if you have a student who is not ready to be this open to you, it's just like you said, it's commitment. What mentorship is commitment base. If you are not committed and you are not ready, you don't have that mental readiness for it, then it wouldn't impact on you. And it's a failure on a teacher when knowledge transferred is not impacted. But it's not your fault because the student was not ready on his own end before coming to you. So a lot of shigi hagas will come up, and a lot of students do not take their time to do all of this before coming towards a mentor. And I believe I didn't know you at first. You were recommended, or I was recommended to you,
Yes.
and you took me up. So I'm gladdened. Like it's a pleasure.
You are greatly welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are greatly welcome. Okay. Let me respond. First of all to Soma. I think Soma has network challenge, so we will not be able to. I don't think we'll be able to have him again. But maybe another time, maybe when his network is a bit stable, we'll be able to, have him in this program. So, for each and every one of you that joined today, I must say I really enjoyed every part of the program we had together. I think meeting Abibat Abibat was actually like
Same
a
here.
very smooth sail, very active, very intentional, very serious. I never knew she was even a doctor. Imagine, I never knew until I think last week. I got to know. I was surprised. Wow, you're a doctor. Interesting, interesting. And Hamza, yeah, very good too. I love the fact that I was really very eager to learn. Yeah, that's one thing that everyone needs to have. Be eager to learn, be ready to improve, be ready to grow, be ready to thrive, no matter what, be ready to, improve on a daily basis. And I was really happy. And for me, I don't see this as just a program we have together. I see this as something that in the future, in the future, we have a lot we can achieve together. And that is one great thing that I look forward to. I look forward to each and every one of us working together again in the future, where we achieve greater things, we build a great movement together, we achieve a lot of great things together. With every idea you learned in this program, you try to use it to help people out there and practice it. It would help in the long run. So Soma, it seems the network was a very big challenge. So I would just love you to share your experience. You can just share your experience of the mentorship program. There may be another time we'll give you an opportunity to speak on this same topic. So you could just share your experience with the program we have together, the 2 months program together. How was it? Hope you enjoyed it. You share your experience before we wrap up.
So bad.
Don't know if you are there. Okay. Seems the network is bad on its end. So I do
I
appreciate
guess
each
the
and every one
network
of you
tripped
that joined us
again.
today in our yes, that's true. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being in this live program. I can see a lot of persons watching this live program, and we've spent about 1 hour 30 minutes, but it still seems like we just started because of the energy, because of the
We
passion,
do
because of the
appreciate
zeal.
it.
Yeah, so I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to our sponsor, Longting Enterprise, Oliver Wena, Netiga. Shout out to Ibrahim Musa Taibu, a very supportive person, and so many great minds who have supported us in our program. We look
True.
forward to having more of this, and we hope that we give you more, we give you the best, we bring the best people for you, so you get to learn more via Future Setters Institute. Thank you so much. Thank you, one. Thank you all.